Hey guys, Dead the Awesome here to give you my very first guide for DX2 event video, where I do a review slash guide, a search and recommendation video, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I recommend to the people out there who also are aspiring uh, competitive players in this game. I would like to start be a uh, competitive stance on this game at some point. I've been watching guides. I've understand what's good, what's not good, and all that jazz. So I'm gonna give my review on Freakstorm, and I'm gonna be saying how to do it. I'm gonna explain how the event works, and then I'm gonna explain what you should get and why. What are my recommendations to you uh, as a guy that's understand pretty much the competitive thing at this point. Holds the most value for your hard darn earned frogs, my boys, and or gals, and or both. uh, but yeah, let's get started. Okay, so straight up the bat, this isn't like your typical event where you move a node or it's daily logins, what have you. It's totally just straight up the bat. Each time you clear a stage that costs stamina, you get a certain number of frogs based on how much stamina you spent. So let's say if it's 2 stamina quests, you get 2 frogs at the end of it. If it's a 5 stamina quest, 5 frogs, my boys, and so forth. The number you spent is the amount you will receive if you clear the quest. So clearing quests is vitally important during this time. It's not advised to really dig deep into like story quests. I will say story quests that are just really difficult. Uh, don't do that during this time because you want all the frogs you can get, because there's a lot of good rewards here. There is a lot of good rewards, especially if you started day one. If you started day one in this event, you're just swimming in rewards, and all the people that spent like a bunch of money on this game for really good monsters are just rolling in envy. They are rolling in envy because you pretty much got a good head start at the game. You got a really, really, really good head start, my boys. This guy's kind of like for free to play players. People that have no intention of spending money on this game to get a good foot in the door. In terms of this event, this is just one of the many events that will probably come in the future. After this, after this current one, there'll probably be more events like this. They'll just give, and you can just earn your place in the competitive scene. It's really, really good. But yeah, you get frogs based on stamina quests, what have you. Missions, real quick. Let's talk about missions. Daily, you can get up to 30 frogs per day, so it's very, very important to do frog missions. Basically, you can get 210 frogs per week, and it's like 15 days left of the event. So in total, if you did all the daily quests, you could get about from the time of recording this video here, you could get about if it's 210 a week, you get up to 420 at that point, and that's a lot. That's pretty much close. Like that's a really close number. This isn't even including the stamina frogs you get. The frogs you get from the quest. You're very close to just getting all the base, like all the stuff that's really important as a free to play player, pretty much. Like pretty much any of the free to play stuff, you're pretty close to just accomplishing that. So this is how far I'm in the event in terms of getting the goodies. So you notice here, the first thing here that's empty is the monster dew. I haven't really bought any of the dual stamina. I might get that at some point. It depends. I always wait till the end, usually. But I did get a few things that I know I'd want for sure. Like this, like I need this. Like this is competitive value right here, my boys, and gals, and both, both. Monster Dew. So Monster Dew fully recovers your stamina. This doesn't seem relevant to you right now because they seem to give you a bunch of stamina as you level up your player level. This is easily done by just completing the quests, the mission quest, the story quests, what have you. It just seems to set up in the way where you're just instantly 45. It doesn't take too long to get to level 45, like at all. It's relatively easy. I'm already on level 20. I'm already player level 20 and over. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. But once you have leveled up fully, I think the max right now is 45. You stop losing all that extra stamina, and you don't you mean like you get stamina for pretty much every single activity, like dueling, like doing the aura gates, which is great for getting coins and other resources. That's basically the resource place where you get monsters, you get coins, for at least for the most part. That's the place to go. That's where everyone chills to recruit monsters and take their luck and fate in being able to talk to some decent competitive monsters they can use to fuse into other relevant stuff, what have you. Uh, but yeah, this monster do is relevant at some point, and you can get 5 of them for 5 frogs each. So basically, after you've done a daily mission, that completed all the daily tasks for that day, for the daily missions, just straight up the bat, get this. You will use this, and you will appreciate this later. Right now, these things are popping at 30 gems just for one monster do. It costs like 30 gems. So in total, like just getting 5 of these, you're saving 150 gems. If you were to just buy just one 5 times, you're getting value off this, my boys. Get it. You can earn it for free. If you want to get the Hell Bull too, you can. That's something you should probably do. I will say you probably get value off that too. I'll probably dabble in it at the end, or probably invest in it. But that would just mean it would be like it would either be a day of my missions, or it would just be a moment of, a certain amount of stamina. You might as well just get both of these in case of the event. They do raise the prices in the future. During, future events that are like this, you might as well. Just in case you want to duel a lot. Just in case you want to delve into dueling. Which you will at some point, in terms of if you want to be competitive. Yeah, that's kind of relevant too. So you should probably pick up Hell Bull too. The next things on the list, I'm not really listing this by like the must has first. I'm just saying like all the stuff that you will need, or you would want in terms of competitive value. Tome of Experience. This lasts for 12 hours, and you can get up to 2 of these. I don't remember the price of this. Was it like, I think it was 20, right? I think I forgot because I got both of them. But yeah, I do know you can pick up 2. You can pick up 2 tomes of experience and 2 tomes of talk. Save both of these for when there's huge XP gain times. You just will get a bunch of XP for it. Save the talk tomes for when there's a talk event, where it increases the likelihood of talking to demons. You'll just be able to recruit demons that you need for fusion. The next thing you're probably going to want here, my friends, is the Yada mirrors. I almost said Yamada. The Yada mirrors. You want to pick up, for sure, you want to pick up the Yamada mirror. You want to pick up all 3 of those. You want to pick up the 2 Yamada 4s. It's up to you whether or not you want the Yamada Mirror 5. Basically, what the mirrors do, there are 2 ways to really get ranked up, like level 5 monsters. You either make one from scratch, your own, through it's basically this game's rank up system. Some monsters start at a certain it's a certain rank. It's from 1 to 5. The gacha monsters are home to a lot of 5 monsters, but it's very rare to get a 5. It's like dirt rare. The chances of getting a level 5 or a rank 5 monster in the gacha is just like non-existent in terms of just how they have it at the moment, in terms of gems. So just making it from scratch, like making monsters from scratch, is just much more better, and it's more beneficial because you're guaranteed to get you're pretty much guaranteed to get the monster you desire, like the right archetype. In this game, there are like several archetypes. Let's say you just need like another resistance on a monster. Bam, you can fuse the monsters you get with the superior files. We'll talk about that later. It is really important. Those files that you get here are really important to get those. But just so you know right now, you can just use the monsters you get with the superior summon files. You can pretty much fuse the monsters together If you wind up getting like a 3 that you didn't like, just fuse it with another monster to get the 3 that you wanted with that specific archetype. And then you use the mirrors for substitutes when you evolve. Evolving is the way how you rank up in this game, or like in terms of ranking up monsters, it's called evolving. Basically, if it's a let's say for example, it's a level 4, it's like a 3-star demon. Let's say it's a 3-star demon, all right. You would need 3 other 3-star monsters to rank it up to 4. The Yata mirrors substitute for that. It's very, very, very beneficial to have these. It just saves you time. This, in short, this saves you the time for just talking to a demon, like a rank 3 demon. It just does. Or having to rank up too. So because if you want to do, if you ever want to do evolving, you have to max out that monster first, and then you have to beg the same number of that same rank. So if you want to get a 2 to 3, you have to give away 2 other 2s. If you want to do 3 to 4, you got to give away 3 substitutes for that, and so forth. It's that self-explanatory, my boys and gals, and both. This is how it goes. That's just how it goes. So yeah, this is how it is. Do pick these up. These are very, very important. I said the 5th one was kind of iffy because I feel like if you're ranking a monster up to 6, that means you'd have to, have to stockpile 5 of these, and they're only giving 1 at a time for like 500. That is a long time. That's relatively long. I feel like just getting a monster to rank 5 is all you really need. I feel like 6 is kind of extreme, but I'm sure people do it for sure. I feel like they'll have like 1 level 6 monster. So get it at your own discretion. But I know for sure you need the Yata mirror for like the 2 that are available, and you need the Yata mirror times 3. You want that. You do want that. They pretty much give you the materials for if you already have the 3-star monster you like, and you want to get that to 4. They're basically giving you that opportunity right here. Once you've leveled that rank 4 all the way, you can use all these for substitutes. All 3 of these for substitutes. That's what these mirrors are for. Use these mirrors to be able to rank up the things you really, really enjoy using for competitive play. The next thing that's must-have on this list, I really don't know how much value the Yasuka Mangatamas are. Magatamas. I don't know how much value they are because I haven't really delved too much in combine points. I don't really know too much about it, but I do know the value, or I can see the value in brands. So as you can see here, there's brand cubes, 4 to 6 stars times 1. So each box contains either a 4 to 6 brand of any type. It's random stuff. It's 5 remaining, and it's only 40 a pop. This is good for later once you've accomplished a rank 5 or rank 4 monster, whatever time you feel like the need of equipping the brand. These brands are really powerful. 4 to 6 star brands are really good. If you get a 6-star brand, fantastic. That holds a lot of value to it, because once you've enhanced that, that's going to give you a lot more stats. If you guys don't know what I'm really talking about, brands are basically this game's equip item. They increase the base stats of a monster you equip it to. So let's say you want to give the monster strength, bam, brand strength. You give it a brand that gives strength. You want to give it life, bam, brand that gives life. The higher the rank of the brand, the better stats it will yield, especially once you've enhanced it to a certain extent. It's really, really good. It's valuable. Again, this is just for competitive play and probably just clearing things overall. I will say once you get to around 6, I believe, like the 6 missions in the story, you will see death. You will see like the Shimigami Tensei card pretty much. You will just see yourself dying. There's a huge like immediate difficulty cap once you hit the 6 stage, as from what I've heard. It's just bonkers. So these brands will help you stay alive. For the most part. they should anyway. The next thing, okay, so this straight up the bat, this is probably one of the most important things you should stock up on, at least while it's such a cheap deal. Superior summon files, they give you 5, each one costs 80 a pop. this is worth investing in. Like this is the must-have thing. If you're just starting out the game, you don't really have anything in your possession. This is the thing to get. This guarantees you a 3 to 4, like not 3 to 4, 3 to 5 star monster. So you have the really, really low chance of getting just a rank 5 monster for no less than 80 frogs. That's crazy to me. With me, of course, this is all RNG luck, 3 to 5. You have the possibility of getting a, rank 3 monster, but that doesn't seem too good. Regardless, I will say, regardless of what rank it is, it will probably have the archetype you really, really want. The gacha monsters they are the only ones that have the archetypes, so they're valuable for fusion. So even if you don't like the thing you got, turn it into something you do like. like a 3-star monster. If there's a 3-star monster you want, turn it to that 3-star. Hopefully it does have the right hopefully you do have the right combination for that. Hopefully it was the monster that you could break it down into that monster, just so it's easier for you. There are combinations in this game where you can turn 3s to 4s, but more often than not, usually like if you get if you want to get it like a 4-star monster, usually I've noticed like at least some of the combinations whenever I get a new combination, it usually just recommends a 4 monster that I have. It doesn't recommend any of the other 3s that I have. So it's like that. For the most part, you'll find the right combination of 2 monsters that form into a rank 4 monster. So once you do, if you do just so happen to have that, bam. But it is cheaper. It is cheaper just to turn it into a 3. Like getting 4. Like if you're gonna fuse into a 4. Again, fusion and evolving are totally different. When you fuse it, you're using 2 different monsters, or usually a set if you're doing multi-fusion. But if you fuse like a 5 or a 4 or a 5, it's just astronomically expensive in terms of Magnium. There's 2 kinds of currency in this game, Maka and Magnium, in terms of just earnable in-game currency. Gems is also free to get, grind up daily. But the main currency you grind is Maka and Magna. You cost a lot of Magna to get 4 or 5 diffused. So that's why a lot of people just do evolving. It's cheaper. It's more reliable. It's just better long term. They also hold moves. I will say the things that come from the gacha, they'll also have a move that you can transfer the skill to at the cost of the monster. Keep in mind, it also takes away the monster. You do sacrifice the monster, but if you have a really good arsenal, after playing it for a long time, then you won't care about it too much, and you'll just use it on the things that you have really buffed at this point. Again, they give you 5 of these. Get all 5 of them. You might just get a rank 5 monster just straight up the bat. It holds so much more value in terms of price, in terms of pricing. It holds so much more value than the parchment pieces. As you see here, I haven't even gotten one yet. I might, depending on what I get at the end. I'm just kind of count my chickens at the end. Do I have would I have enough to how many? If I have enough frogs left over, I'd get that. But I want to get all the important competitive stuff first. Anything that I'll value much earlier in the game. I could pretty much work on like rank 5s. I don't necessarily need to rely on random chance here. With the, I will say this is probably the last. Okay, well, we'll talk about that last actually, because there's one more thing I think you guys should pick up, and that's the Maka. The Maka, it gives 10,000 per yield, and there's 10 yields, so that's 100,000 Maka. Get it. You will use this for enhancing your new brands that you got. You will use this for evolving your demons. You will use this for anything pretty much basic life. This is very, very valuable to you. It's not wasting frogs. It's very, very valuable. This is 10 frogs a pop, so pretty much it's 100 frogs, so 100 stamina later, or daily quests and or missions, what have you. But it's well worth the spend. You will use all of this. You will use it. You will have value. I don't think you should get the summon like the plain summon files. Like it gives you a 1 to 3 star monster. I wouldn't get those. I don't think you need them. They're just not needed. Because the odds are the superior summon files got you covered. You might have just gotten something from that. Yeah, you don't really need to gamble for just garbage. You don't need to waste frogs for guaranteed garbage. You just don't need it. You can also just earn summon files a day by doing PvP. Just exchanging stuff. It's not important. It's not worth losing sleep over. The last thing, if you pretty much got everything else that I've said, I didn't mention the karma. I think karma is pretty much the currency for have you ever played like Hearthstone or like Pokemon Duels, and like you either sell the things that you got from the shop and it give you this special currency. This currency is used to I think this currency is pretty much used to get any monster you want in the game. However, I imagine it like just the really good stuff. It just costs oodles and oodles of karma, and they're not giving you oodles and oodles of karma here. It's like 10 karma, so that's like 100 karma, I suppose, in total. I don't know how. I don't really know the prices of like the specific value. I don't know how much value you get for having 100 karma, but I doubt it's really anything. I feel like you have to stock that up like weeks on end. It's not a farmable material. It's farmable here just for like 5 though, so you have 100 karma. But yeah, I'd say the last thing here that's really, really important is the parchment pieces. It's 500 a pop. Clearly, in terms of expensive, it's way more expensive than just getting 5 summon superior files. You're bombing like the whole set. If you let's say you just got enough just to either choose between this and this, you're totally bombing 5 chances to get a rank 5 monster, just for like either one chance to get either a rank 4 or a rank 5. Parchment pieces guarantees you a rank 4 or rank 5. I stress the you're still guaranteed the thing that you could have also gotten through just superior files. It also gives you the chance to get this at a much cheaper price. So just consider that. Consider that. I will say just wait till the end. If you played this event since the beginning, wait to see how much you have at the end. If you have enough, in total it costs like 2,500 for all 5. Go for it. It's a chance to get a rank 5 monster, which is good. But yeah, that's just me. That's in terms of a long-term planner right here. In terms of a competitive player, I don't think it's worth bombing. Like all the other resources, I just don't think so. You want the brands, you want the competitive equipment, you want the guaranteed, at least to a certain extent, usable monsters from the superior summoning files. You might even get the rank 5 monster, or just a rank 5 monster that you've desired for a long time. You need the Yata mirrors for evolving. That's important. You need the tomes for just more increased value in terms of XP gain and or recruitment value. You need the monster drinks at some point for future events like this. I wouldn't toss that all the way for just 1 or 2 copies. Make sure you get all the other important stuff I said before even thinking about getting a parchment piece. It doesn't weigh over the value of all the other stuff you could get. Like, let's say you just got enough just for, if you were to choose between parchment pieces, maybe like the full set of parchment over everything else. It's really not worth it in terms of the long term. This is the bang for your buck long term. You get the cubes, you get the Yata mirrors, you get the tomes, the monster dew, and the superior file, and the coin, and you're a happy camper. If you have enough at the end for a copy of it, obviously get it, because there's really nothing else at that point. You've achieved your goal. Again, I don't really know the value of the Yaska Mangata and the karma, really. Like the karma, I don't know if it's too valuable, because I don't know what's the least monster you could get, or how long it takes for you to get a really good monster. That's just me saying. But I do know the value of everything else on this list, because I've watched videos on it. I've watched videos on the importance of brands. I've watched videos on the importance of Maka, like the in-game currency. There's a lot, like in this game, there's a lot of expenses, and to have things to cover those expenses is nice. It is very good in terms of a long-term competitive player. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Was it a good guide? Was it a good a suggestion, recommendation video? Let me know in the comment section below. overall, I think this event's just given to the community. It's just given. There's so much stuff it's given just for playing their game. You get so much stuff. In fact, if you actually get you actually get superior files through the tutorials too. When you first start out, if you wind up getting these and the first tutorial stuff, after you get one mission done, like if this is for mission rewards like lifetime, you also get a superior file, or just by doing the daily logins at some point, you just get you get one superior file per month. You can pretty much get another copy for free after doing the quest, or like you get the mission, you get a copy, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that's really it. Overall, fantastic event. I hope I get a lot at the end to really just take advantage of everything. I'm Dib the Awesome, and happy hunting for all the stuff you want in this event. I'm Dib the Awesome. Get you guys later. Man, we had to do that. We did that a double. You could say that was a double dip, double dipping, double dipping. Hey, but yeah, this time for real. Have an awesome day. I'm Dib the Awesome. Get you guys later.